Hello there, and welcome to an anime review. Today's video is going to be on the relatively new show, The Eighth Son, Are You Kidding Me? The show takes place back in the medieval times where nobles ruled pieces of land. In this show, we start off with Well, our main character, cleaning up some large stones and debris using his magic. We see that he has some friends that he stays with, but besides their names and what they look like, there's not much else known about these people. A little after our initial scene, we get a flashback into Wells' history and get to learn a little bit about him growing up. Wells' full name is Wendelin von Benno Baumeister, and he is currently an heir to the family of Baumeisters. Although we start off with a fancy ball for Wells' older brother's engagement, we soon learn that the Baumeisters are actually a poor noble family. They are so poor that their meals consist of barely seasoned water as soup and rationed out pieces of bread. And on top of barely having food to eat, we find out that Well is the youngest out of 8 in his family. But after experiencing a tiny bit of luxury, Well decides that he no longer wants to be poor and does his best to live a life of luxury. In his attempts to live a better lifestyle, he eventually stumbles across this magical orb and a set of instructions for testing for magical capabilities. After being skeptical about his chances for having magic, Will finds out that he actually has a ton of magic. So much so that he caught the eye of a powerful magician from quite a distance away. He ends up training under this magician in secret until the time comes that he announces to his family that he wants to be an adventurer like some of his older brothers. In doing this, it helps solve his problem with the family succession and gave him a chance at living a better life later on. We then follow his journey on how he becomes a count and all the adventures that entail with it. Now, personally, I think the show has a bit of potential. I will admit, I was honestly confused with what was going on for the first 2 episodes, but after episode 3, it made a bit more sense of what was going on. We got to see a little bit of the world that Well lives in, and how his family situation is not exactly uncommon for nobility. And even though not too much in terms of action and adventure has actually happened yet, I believe that will soon change. Based on the intro and the fact that he becomes a count at some point in his future, it seems that we are going to see very soon how he worked his way up to becoming the count, and who the villains are and why they are a problem for Well. But that's just my opinion, so please check out the show for yourself on Crunchyroll. But until next time, keep watching more anime.